Okay, so welcome to another easy piano tutorial without sheet music, and today, as you have already heard, I'm going to be doing Blank Space by Taylor Swift. Now, I'm going to start with the introduction, which goes like this. So you're going to be doing 4 Fs in the left hand, and in the right hand it's going to be 3 Cs and 2 Fs, and then 3 A's and 2 F's. So when you put that together, the F comes in on the 3rd C. On the 3rd A. And then you just play another F in the time when you're in the left hand at the time when you're holding the right hand F. So I'll just do that one more time. Play another F, 1, 2, 3, play another F, okay, and that's your introduction. So I'm going to go into verse 1. In the left hand we're just mostly going to be playing 2 notes. Now it might look like I'm playing the wrong fingering with some of the notes, but don't worry about that. I'm only doing that so you can basically just so that my fingers aren't concealing the notes so you can't see them. So I'm going to go on to verse 1 now, and with the left hand it's mostly just going to be using 2 notes in the left hand. Now some of you might look at my left hand and think that I'm using completely the wrong fingers for the notes. The reason being for this is just so that my hands are clear and you can see exactly what notes I'm using. If I used the right fingers that I would normally play if I was playing to myself, most of my hand and my fingers would just obscure the notes and you wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. So ignore the fingering that I'm doing. I'll try and do the best fingering possible, but you know, it's the whole point of this simplified version. So starting with the left hand, I'm going to be doing an F and an A. So as long as you guys know the song to this and the words and everything, then it's going to be a lot easier. So the left hand is just F and A and holding that down. Don't forget that comes first before you do anything in the right hand. So nice to meet you wherever you've been. So that's the tune in the right hand. And the next one, Incredible Things. So we're moving down to a D minor, or part of a D minor chord, and that's going to be a D and an F. And don't forget that comes first before you do the magic, madness, heaven, sin. So do another left hand chord. And then she goes, oh my God, look at that face. So we're going to do a B flat, part of a B flat chord, and that's going to be a B flat and a D. And in the right hand, so, oh my God, B flat and F, F. Look at that face with 2 C's. You can do another chord in there if you want to, it doesn't really matter. If you want to do more chords more often than just at the start of every bar, that's completely up to you. Like I said, this is a simplified version. So if you guys want to go, for example, okay, so it's completely up to you, or you can do 1 per bar, whatever you find, you know, that you want to do. So moving on to, so oh my God, look at that face. Oh my God, look at that face. The next bar's the same. You look like my next mistake. Then Love's a Game, Wanna Play. So you're moving to a C chord, which is a C and an E. She does sort of do a little kind of play. So you can go, love's a game, want to play. So that's just a B, A, G. And then we're pretty much back to the sort of beginning again. So I'm going to be playing on F and A. The B flat one, so that's the B flat and the D, same thing again, sorry, that's the same thing again. And then back to the C and E. And this is the bit where she kind of does it a little bit spoken, but I'm going to do it all on middle C. I can make a bad guy's good for a weekend. So I'm just going to be doing I can make bad guys good for a weekend, going to an F and then a C. It's up to you if you want to do something different. Okay, so that's the verse, and that pretty much sort of goes twice round almost. Some of the rhythms might not be exactly as she's singing it, but again, I'm doing as my own arrangement, a simplified version. You know, this is just how I've kind of picked it up from how she's singing it. How she's singing it is very difficult to put into sheet music anyway. So again, you know, this isn't the be all and end all, so you guys do whatever you feel comfortable with. Moving on to the chorus, still keeping with the F and the A. So I'm just going to be doing, so it's going to be forever, or it's going to go down in flames. So that's F. Moving up to an A, then an E, then an F, then a D. Moving to a D chord, D minor chord, which is the D and the F. Can you tell me when it's over? If the high was worth the pain. Then we're moving to a G minor chord, which we haven't done yet, so that is a G and a B flat. And when she sings, got a long list of ex-lovers. And then we've got another B flat chord, and I'm going to do the B flat chord, which is close to here, not down there, because it's gone high up in the left hand, so I'm going to keep it high up in the left hand. And for a B flat, I'm going to do an F, a B flat, and a D. Again, I'm just trying to keep my fingers out of the way. And then that's pretty much it for the chorus, and then it just goes back to... however you want with the words and everything. So I'm going to go over the bridge, and it starts with an F chord again, which is what we did before with the F and the A, and that comes first. Boys only want love if it's torture. So when you get to the torture part, what you'll have to do is just sort of take your index finger or your finger off the A. Try and keep the F down so you've kept something down, but just sort of remove your finger off the A, otherwise you'll find that both hands need the A. So take it off. Move to D minor, which is D and F. Down to the B flat one, which is B flat and D. That's just moving down into a scale starting with the F. Don't forget you need to put B flats in there. But the rest of it does, that happens 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and you just move around that same chord pattern that we had before. So starting with the F, then it moves to the D minor, which is D and F, then it goes to the B flat in the left hand, B flat chord, which is B flat and D, and then it moves to the C chord, which is C and E. So again, play all of those how you know that it goes with all the words and everything. So after that, then you just pretty much repeat the chorus, and that's the end of the song. Do check the information bar directly underneath here, because I've got a playlist there as well, so you can see all of the tutorials I've done in this style. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.